and that's because I've been recalibrating and trying to bring new ideas into how we can make our conversations even better. Welcome to the Blockchain Podcast. My name is Titi Oyinsan. Now, given that blockchain's disruption of financial services and subsequent widespread application across industries, it's hard to find a segment that has not been influenced by this technology. Cryptocurrencies have made a strong impact. Everyone knows that, especially when it comes to payments, remittances, foreign exchange, even when it comes to initial coin offerings. It's challenged stock investing, startup loans, venture capital, even food supply chain industries have been upended by blockchain. Now, guess what? The real estate industry has not escaped the disruption either. Previously, transacting high value assets such as real estate exclusively through digital channels was never the norm. Real estate transactions were conducted offline, involving face to face engagements with various entities. Blockchain, however, has opened up ways to change this. And the introduction of smart contracts into blockchain platforms now allows assets like real estate to be tokenized and traded like cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin rather, and Ethereum. Today we have with us a friend of the house, digital financial advisor and forex trader, Mr. Kufre Itina. Welcome, Kufre.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. Nice to be here.
All right. So I've given a brief introduction into what we're talking about today, but it's amazing, don't you think? It's amazing. It's mind blowing what blockchain technology has done.
Blockchain technology has actually paved way for a lot of possibility to people from all over the world, especially those from the middle class, to be able to improve the quality of life and standard of living through accessing blockchain technology. A lot of us so glad that we started this years ago, and we are so glad that we are still in it, and we are glad that we have something that we can actually use to build a foundation for our children and the next generation.
It's so interesting. I like what you just said. You said we started this years ago. You need to give people a little insight into when you started and how it all began for Bloom Project.
Well, for me, I started cryptocurrency blockchain precisely in 2016. I came across an Italian dude, Max Stoisa, online, and he was into this stuff. I didn't even know what it was then. So he was like, this is the future. This is the future. I think you should take a look at it and everything. He wasn't even that serious with it. So I was like, well, okay. I took a look at it early 2016. And then I think one Bitcoin was about, I think around $200 then. So we started. So I started trying to understand how this can work. And then I noticed that some parts of the world used as a means of exchange Bitcoin then. So I started seeing how I can actually apply that to my own community. Fortunately for me, I saw avenues where individuals from my own territory could use it as a means of exchange to help or do transactions. And I keyed in, and I happen to be amongst the first around my community. So people come to me to buy and sell, and buy from me and sell back to me. And then we didn't really see the future like it was supposed to be. So of course I got a few. I had about five then, and I wanted to really understand what moves the markets, what happens to to the price action in it, why the demand and supply for this thing kept increasing every day. So it's gave me an opportunity to go into it. So I was there. I was working with a federal project on the NCC. This emergency telecommunication services thing. I remember I wanted to resign. They begged me and told me not to resign in 2016. But then, of course, when I saw the possibilities that cryptocurrency had, that the blockchain system had, I couldn't help myself. I made my first 1 million naira that year from just
Wow.
understanding how it works. And then that was when I decided that this is where my life would revolve around. And since then, everything
Mm.
I do is revolved or is around blockchain completely. Like There's nothing else I do. There's nothing else that I
Wow.
sleep, eat, I drink blockchain.
And I can actually attest to this because I do believe I've known you for quite a number of years. We've worked on different projects together, and of course we've won, we've lost, we've learned lessons along the way. But all in all, it's been an interesting journey, and now the journey has taken us to real estate. Did you ever think it was going to get this far? Did you ever have that foresight, or was it surprising to you?
Well, at first, to be honest, I never thought it would get this far, this fast. I knew it was gonna go far, but I did not know how fast it was gonna get there. Surprisingly, before the world was even ready for it, it has
Mm.
gone so far. So, and this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. A real estate application is just one piece of the whole pie. Yeah.
Mm, mm. When you say one piece of the whole pie, it's a very chunky piece. A lot of people have invested in real estate beforehand, and they've, in quote, got burnt. In this particular part of the world, in Nigeria, let's even just use maybe Lagos. There are people that have, um, had issues with real estate brokers, or should let's just say the real landowners, as they call themselves. How do you think blockchain technology is impacting the real estate industry as at right now?
Okay. What I feel is because of how blockchain is, it's really transparent, and then the inherent system of trust makes it ideal for real estate. A lot of real estate companies all over the world today are using blockchain smart contracts and its ledger ability to transparently and efficiently facilitates renting, buying, and even lending spaces with blockchain technology. So it's easier right now. So the whole issue of there's always a documentation. So it cuts away the whole issue of fraud and people losing money if they apply real estate to blockchain technology.
As you can see, I've been doing some research myself on Investopedia, for instance. I gave a little introduction on on how even initial coin offerings have changed investing, but now you have marketplaces. This is huge. We have different ways to trade real estate, and it shows here that. The technology has been primarily concerned with listings and connecting buyers with sellers, but blockchain now introduces ways to trade real estate online. Now, you did mention one word, trust. And trust has, it's a delicate one in our side of town, if you know what I'm
Sure,
saying,
of course.
especially with the issue of fraud always in the air. Um, would you, for instance, go headfirst into investing in real estate via blockchain technology? Would you do it?
Uh, of course, I would. The answer is
Mm,
yes. The answer
mm,
is yes. Why? Why I would say so is because I'm actually already trying to see how I can actually join the community of now we are renting spaces. We
okay.
are renting blockchain spaces in the metaverse world, So
Okay.
it's the connection of metaverse to real estate has made it very possible for you to own a space, own a land in the virtual space. So
Mm,
you can own a land. So all this actually made it possible. That's when I saw the possibility of real estate. That's what actually took my attention there. Now, real estate agencies, like actual life real estate agencies, now inculcating blockchain into um, real estate helps them. It facilitates secure data sharing. It helps with collection and payments to property owners, so
mm,
to avoid stories, and it provides premium due diligence across different portfolios, increasing the proficiency of managing, owning, or even renting a real estate space.
mm. I like what you touched on there, the metaverse. A lot of people don't realize that they can actually buy a space in the metaverse. Could you take us through just a little bit of insight into how you began that journey?
So, what really brought my attention to the whole metaverse thing was what Mark Zuckerberg did. He was is actually one of the forefronters of the whole metaverse thingy. He took it to the next level. So he made me know that it was possible to actually own a space in the metaverse world. So wherever you are, there's a virtual space, and then that same space, you could own yours physically, but someone in the virtual space can own it. So because the world is going digital, a time will come when people would no longer be doing a lot, or 50% of what you're going to be doing is going to be on the virtual space. So because we spend most of the time we have right on the internet, right? So the internet is like a gateway to this virtual space. So imagine owning a chunk, or owning, say, somewhere in Los Angeles right now, owning a street in Los Angeles, owning a block space in Los Angeles in the metaverse space. That means with time, the value of your space would worth something, say 20 years from now. So what happens when everyone buys over the land everywhere? So that means spaces will be sold on the virtual space, and it's actually an opportunity for a lot of people who don't know about it. So there are so many channels through which I'll research and get back to you. So many channels through which you can actually buy and sell
Mm.
spaces on the visual space through the
Wow.
metaverse system. Yeah, it's actually really cool.
Wow. I'm so interested. You know me now. Whenever there's something brand new to look into, I'm always all about finding out more. But now, we did use the word disruption in the beginning when we started this conversation. That means that it feels like some people are going to lose their jobs. It feels like some people are no longer important. Let's talk about lawyers, brokers, and of course, even banks have already been going through some kind of, they've been feeling a little left behind. How do you think we should go about understanding the kind of ways to stay relevant when real estate on blockchain becomes a reality?
Well, I like to use the example of a post office. I'm sure if you have or live close to a post office and walk into a post office, you see how empty it is compared to how busy it used to be 20 years ago. So
Mm.
just like it's easy now to send email addresses and email to anywhere in the world from just a
Yeah.
click on your device. You don't have to go buy stamp, pay for
Mm.
stamp, put in a letter, wait 3 4 days for it to be shipped and everything. So just like the world is evolving, you need to evolve with it. If you don't evolve with it, you are going to be at the back end. I see a lot of civil engineers right now who are very good at what they are doing. They are really, really good. But guess what? New programs are coming out every day. So that
Mm.
means they have to catch up with these programs and be able to learn it and apply it. So nobody's drawing plans anymore with hands and everything. People are using AutoCAD, people are using some crazy codings now to design plans now. So if you don't even know how to code as a civil engineer, or know the basis of coding, I think you found one thing. So as the future is evolving, one needs to evolve. As blockchain adapts fully into integration of so many applications, you need to evolve with it too. So it's not enough to say I'm not interested in that thing, or it doesn't concern me, because with that, it's important for every individual on earth today to have an email address. Then it will be important for any
Hmm.
individual to have a blockchain wallet, because with
It
that
will
is
be
important
forced.
for
You'll
every
be
individual on
forced.
earth to
Hmm. Hmm. You'll be
be
forced
forced
to.
to evolve. Don't wait to be forced. You will be forced. So let's say next 10, 15 years from now, the real life application of blockchain is going to be, it's going to be crazy. Wall Street is trying to inculcate blockchain index so that they can somehow try to control blockchain. Let's see if they
Hmm.
succeed with that. And then so many countries right now are accepting payments with cryptocurrency because they feel it's easy and secure. So nobody carries
Mm.
cash. So no, it drops the issues of theft. It drops the issue of the speed of transactions are faster. Just from a flash of a card, you've paid for what you want. So the applications are so much. So you need to make life easy for you by actually growing with this technology, so that when it comes, it's gonna help you.
Mm.
So since we are focusing in real estate, we see that using blockchain and smart contract technology has made. Um, I have a friend who is trying to inculcate the system in Nigeria. He wants to see how he can use credit and loan approval systems to be verified easily with blockchain. So the clients will have actual addresses in the blockchain. These blocks will contain incorruptible data such as who owns the property, the upkeep, the changes, the features, the details, the repairs. So that you want to buy a property, you just go on the blockchain system and see who owns it, see the address. So no one sells. So in a family, the elder brother doesn't sell a space that belongs to the younger brother to you, and all those stuff is covered. So it makes the system so awesome. I didn't even talk about the escrow system that has almost 100% data integration that eliminates
Said
fraud
escrow,
completely.
escrow,
Yeah,
escrow, right?
yes, escrow. I use the word
Wow.
escrow. Yeah,
Mm.
blockchain stands in like an escrow between the buyer and the owner, so that it reduces the issue of existing fraud, like I said earlier. So no one sells what doesn't belong to him in the name of, because your surname is closely related to the other person, So this is actually
Wow.
what blockchain has helped in real estate. One of the applications of blockchain has helped in real estate. There's so many real estate blockchain come like Atlant. Atlant is really doing well. There's Property
Mm.
Club. I think
Mm.
these are the two I'm actually aware of. There's so many actually already, and many are springing up.
Wow.
So many real estate companies are trying to be at the forefront here of applying blockchain into it. In Nigeria, I am not sure. There are so many. There are some private blockchain real estate companies
I'm
in
checking
Lagos.
out I'm checking out Property Club as we speak.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about it, like it's just one of those things that you just have to learn a little bit more about. You have to just do your little due diligence and find out what you can, how you can be part of it, because it does feel like a lot of people are going to be left behind.
they will. They will.
A lot of people will be left behind because they just didn't ask the right questions. But what are the questions that you expect people to ask right now? If someone just, listening to us right now has just heard, oh, blockchain technology, real estate, what are the questions you ask before going ahead to invest with any company or any platform?
Before you join any company or platform, there are like rules per se. First of all, you need to find out who owns it. Now, whoever owns any company or platform anywhere in the world would be
Mm.
visible. So he wouldn't be somebody from somewhere that doesn't move around or hasn't been seen physically in places. So of course,
Okay.
you own a company, you should have so for a big company that is worldwide, you should have annual meetings, you have seminars where you come out physically and say, "This is me. I am so person. I am the CEO of this company." It needs to be heard.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
it's important to research the owners of some of these companies. Research
Mm.
who owns the company. After you're sure, because most times they find actors and pay them to fill in these roles. When you're sure that they
Really?
are not actors, yes, yes, yes,
Wow.
they
Wow.
find actors
Okay.
and fill them into this role. And if something happens to the company, you go and meet the actor. He will tell you, "I was simply acting for social anonymous individuals that paid me and gave me a non-disclosure form to fill. I cannot tell them who you are. I cannot force him to, even in the court. You can't."
Wow. Wow.
So he was paid to act, and he acted and did a good job, and that's it. So make sure the CEO of every company you want to go into is visible, that he or she is not an actor. That's number one.
Mm.
Two, you need to make sure that it's registered. Now, when I say registered, it's registered in any city the company is. Let it be registered by the authorities in that city. Say, for example,
Mm.
if it's in Nigeria, at least let it have a CAC. Let it have at least a tax identification number. Let it pay its tax. Let it has processes through which the governmental authority of a particular country can actually track it or have a hold on it. Let it have histories like that. Then after that, you need to find out what services are these guys providing to you. What exactly are they doing? Now,
Mm.
are they interacting directly with your finance, or are they actually teaching you or connecting you to a broker, to an
Mm.
exchange, or are they the broker, or are they the exchange, or what exactly are they doing? These things are things you need to find out. When you find out
Mm.
this, it helps you. It gives you an edge. and helps you understand how long this company can be.
Hmm.
For example, this property club I told you guys about is what I
Yeah.
know property club very well. I have
Hmm.
used it and referred some people there.
Hmm.
The way they work, so they use blockchain to refine
Hmm.
the way people market and they market and sell and search and invest in
Hmm.
properties. Now, they use smart contracts and conduct real estate transactions.
Hmm.
So they don't care about your money. They are there to enlighten you, teach you, and then if you want to buy and sell, they bring the market to you. So it's easy. So
Wow.
somehow they like an escrow too. They give you the information and everything. So whatever company you want to join out there that is cryptocurrency related,
Hmm.
always make sure you do your research well. Now, when I say research, I don't just mean going to Google and typing, is this company fake? Because you could see so many reviews from people. You could see
Yeah.
reviews that actually are supporting that company. You could see reviews that
Hmm.
actually saying bad things against that. It doesn't mean it's bad. So you need to go to Trust. I usually use Trustpilot a lot. Trustpilot, I go to Trustpilot.
Trust it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I go to Trustpilot. Trustpilot will give you ratings of a company. If a company is good and has been in existence, it will be on Trustpilot. Most companies need to have at least 3, 4, 5 stars on Trustpilot. So when they have these ratings, so individuals who go there and see the stars, okay, fine. Most companies who have higher ratings have a high tendency to fold. They have long tendency to survive, and that's the beauty of these things. So
So
when you
wait, the
Mhm.
ones that have high ratings or low ratings? You said, was it high or low ratings?
High ratings, the ones that have high ratings are the ones you should go for. Yeah, you go for the
Okay.
ones that
Okay.
have high
Okay.
ratings.
Less tendency to fold. Sure. Sure.
Yes.
Makes sense.
So
Actually
it
makes a
doesn't
lot of
mean it
sense.
doesn't mean that of course we know companies fold every day. So you need to be sure
Mm.
that the
Sure.
company they know what they are doing. Now the product
Yeah.
or services they are rendering to you, it needs to be such that it has to be you need to have a product, you need to have services they are rendering to you. It shouldn't be just about
Mm.
money, 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 money. What are the products they are rendering to you? What are the services they are rendering to you? Is it what
Mm.
the time and everything? So if it's a product business you want to go into, fine, good that is applying blockchain is okay. If it's a digital product that applies blockchain, fine, good. I need to compare all these things. So
Hmm.
that's that
I'm
for me.
thinking. I'm thinking. So I've learned about a new site today. Thank you so much. Trust Pilot. I'm definitely going to be looking at that one. That's like my rotten tomatoes for for investment companies. For those that understand what I mean. But now we're talking about real estate here, and this is a big deal. This is some people's life savings, and you're saying decentralize it, meaning there's no middleman, meaning this is pure trust on technology. you know um Now smart contracts are um they've been put onto different types of platforms before. It's not as if companies that have smart contracts haven't folded before. That's not what you're saying, right?
Mm,
You're
yeah.
just saying do your due diligence.
Yes.
I guess it just gives it a more transparent feel. But still, again, um do you think we should have limits to how much we trust technology?
That's a very tricky one.
Mm.
But so what for smart contracts that are mostly self-executing and running on most of these decentralized networks, the automatic nature actually helps remove a lot of headache, administrative headache associated with tracking transactions and so many rules that could be defined in different um, country and stuff. So when you want to actually apply technology, especially smart contracts that are related to blockchain, whether in real estate or not, it's worth it. But you need to be very careful because a lot of people out there, just like where they are good phones, they're also China phones. So where there are good companies, the bad ones are not usually far from them. So you need to be careful. Always seek for the advice of a financial advisor. Do not want to jump into most businesses alone because this is a field that a lot of people have not ventured into. So get the assistance of a financial advisor. Someone like Titi is almost like a financial advisor because she's been vast in the space. She knows what she's doing. You need to,
Almost.
well, yeah,
I still need
you need to,
a certificate first.
yeah. So once you're
Mm,
certified, then For people like
Yeah.
us who are certified, we are financial advisors. We digital financial advisors specifically. So we can actually tell you how to go about this, how to go about it, because we have a handful of experience. We've been born, we've learned, we've grown,
Yeah.
we've made millions from the space. So we have
Yeah.
a lot of experiences to share and tell you. So do this way, do this way, do this way. This is what will help you. This is how you can do it. Long term, this is how you can do it. Short term, so that no matter who you are, wherever you are, you would survive long in the market.
And surviving in the market is really the issue, because some people have chosen to go into real estate to buy, upgrade the property, and sell. Do you think it's still possible, or it's even better doing it with blockchain technology, to buy, turn over the property, and quickly sell? Do you think it's faster, better than the old, more traditional methods of real estate?
Okay, I feel real estate is faster because with
Mm,
blockchain technology is faster because
okay.
you can actually tokenize your um you can tokenize your real estate. For example,
Mm,
when
yeah.
how will I put it?
You're trying to
Tokenizing
describe
your
it in a way.
yes, I'm trying to make it simple for people to understand. So you have a block space. You have a block space. When you tokenize your real estate, people that are not even in your locality can buy into your space from any part of the world.
Okay.
For example, the whole
Mm,
pictures are now tokenized now. You see pictures of ape
yeah.
are worth millions of dollars. You see plate
Mm,
numbers in Dubai what million, what even way more, 5 times even what the car that is being driven are worth. These people have tokenized these things. Some of them are taking it digital. So you can buy these things on a digital
mm,
space. So first of all, not about selling houses on the blockchain. First of all, you have to sell uh, you sell using Bitcoin or Ethereum as a means of exchange. Now,
okay.
some start by buying and then creating their own website. And after doing their website, they
Mm,
will now create content that are scheduled to attract
mm,
individuals to visit their sites. And then when people come and the traffic, they now monetize the traffic and generate revenue from them. You could even
mm,
tokenize your real estate. So because of the number of people that are flocking into it, once you tokenize it, it becomes fungible. Now that's where the whole
mm.
NFT thing comes. Once it becomes fungible, because it's a, let's say, Trump Tower. I think the guy tokenized it once, or I think he tokenized it. So anything related to Trump Tower and a token is worth a lot
Wow.
of money. It's like a
Wow.
potential million. So yes, the use of
Mm,
blockchain technology in real estate transaction is very prevalent, as you can see, and is
mm,
more
mm,
advantageous because it gives you more value for
mm,
your business. It helps you generate wealth. It helps you connect to a lot of people. It eliminates the issue of trust. It makes the administrative job you're supposed to do easier for you. It makes prices of stuff affordable. It's really cool. So you can get to buy a space and resell a space. Someone can actually get to buy your space and resell it and buy it and resell it and buy it and resell it. Even 5, 10 people self. So say you have a very good space and maybe it's known for it has the first smart application to the doors, the windows, and everything. Someone somewhere in China can buy that space online via that's how they tokenize it, buy that space, and then someone else, even in this country, now wants to get that particular space, but because it's been bought and is up for offer, he can actually, if once it's tokenized, he can actually buy it all from the individual that bought it before. The other one has made profit from it, and this other one have now bought it and owned it. So you don't always have to be physically involved with all your clients with the whole blockchain
mm,
application.
mm,
So your clients can be anyone from anywhere. They don't even necessarily have to live inside the building. Yes, but
mm.
they could be owned. It could be owned as your what you want is let this property or piece of property be bought and sold. That's all. It could be bought and sold from
So tentatively, I can have a property, let's say, with 4 flats in it,
yes,
right?
yes.
and each flat could become tokenized
Exactly.
if it's given a theme or a color code or an idea surrounding it. Maybe it is dedicated to roses, and
Okay.
it looks like roses, or maybe dedicated to a footballer, Ronaldo
Exactly.
photos all over the
Exactly.
place. I'm just off top of my head. In other words, you might not even know the people renting the property,
You don't always have to. Yeah.
right?
You don't. You would not. You will not
The
know. Yeah.
renters
Most time.
the renters might not even know how many times the property changes ownership,
Exactly.
and they wouldn't
They
need
wouldn't
to,
have to.
because there's a smart contract that is constant. And of course, all the legal issues, everything has been put into that smart contract. So all the deals have already been done. There's no need to wait for the landlord to come and knock at your door. Door, supposed to speak. I'm laughing it off now, but the thing is, this is so advanced and so important for us to start understanding now that I feel like this message is for someone out there that's watching at this point. But we've had an interesting conversation so far. I want to touch a little bit on Bloom Project. Uh, I see Bloom Project hedge funds. I saw that on your LinkedIn page earlier on. Can you let us into what that's about?
Okay. So the Bloom project was designed to help individuals who have been marginalized from the whole financial market space. We are here to see how we can actually improve the quality of life of individuals and their standard of living from learning how to trade in the financial space. We realized that the secret to actually succeeding in the finance space is not on the internet. 100% of it's not on the internet. So most of what you see on the internet are more like fragments, pieces of information put across over the years by different people and all that. So what we're trying to do is trying to see how we can actually bring education to individuals to see how they can learn for those who are serious. Bring education to them, see how they can learn and earn. Now, in addition to this, we have our hedge fund inside. So everybody, anywhere you are, wherever you are, you're exposed to the free basic education we have, where we always do every Mondays. So you can come and learn for free for the basics alone. For you to be able to learn the intermediary and the advanced ones, you need to join the Bloom project. Now, when you join the Bloom project, we will reward you for learning. Now we loyally reward our members, like a loyalty reward. We reward our members up to 15% every month from whatever amount they decide to join us with. That's the beauty of the thing. So you're seeing what is happening. You're seeing what's happening. Profits every day. Profit every day. You're seeing what's happening. We're making profits every day. Uh, you're following. You're learning. We are growing together. And the beautiful part of the whole thing is that we've designed it in such a way that we don't even need to have access to your money. So you don't even need to give us your money. We help you interact one-on-one with the broker, so you can actually connect to the broker and to us without us having access to your money. There are clients who are like that because you have like $10 million and you wanted to trade with us, who don't ask you to give us that money. We'll tell you, okay, this is the broker that is best for this. We connect you to the broker. And after that, we just connect our systems to your MT5 login details, and that's all. So we've made trading easy because we've limited the issue of scam, issue of people losing money. We've helped people to be able to maintain a steady source of earning. So we've helped people to make passive income from what we're doing. And then on top of all this, on top of the whole thing, we are educating individuals to see how they can take advantage of this opportunity and use it to help themselves, because we truly believe that the future is in learning about the blockchain space and the financial market and how they connect to each other. Whoever you are, wherever you are, if you do not know how to pick up your mobile device and connect to a broker and exchange anywhere and make an extra income, then you're found wanting. There has never been any need to earn in dollars than right now. We've seen what's going on in the Nigerian situation where the value of dollar keeps increasing against naira. Imagine you're earning in dollars. You will not be complaining like most people are. So it is important to be a part of any system that focuses on education, that focuses on helping you improve the quality of yourself. And that is what the Bloom project is pushing out there. Our hedge fund is just there to reward our members and still help them to still be earning on the side while they are learning. 6 months after you've joined us, you see that you can almost become
Mm,
an expert in the system. And that's the beauty of this. So you can actually stand on your own. We are not a broker, we are not a whatever, we'll just advise you. Start here, go here,
mm,
point the road for you. Then while you're doing that,
mm.
because you're with us, we still reward you for staying with us. If you wanted to go and learn most of these things, our
Amazing.
people outside they would charge you so much and not even show anything.
Mm,
But we are
mm.
teaching you, we are showing you what we're doing, we are showing you results, you're part of the result, you're earning from it monthly. Our numbers are growing. In short, as a matter of fact, we are even making plans to close our phase one. So before the end of the year, we're going to close the first phase of our hedge fund because like a lot of people want to start coming in.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that we plan
Okay.
and sustain the system so that it can last for as long as we are alive. So it's not just about me. It's not just about my team. It's
Mm,
about us helping as much people as we want, creating a community of positive-minded traders, people who want to earn from the space, irrespective of who you are, what color you are, and wherever you are,
mm.
black, white. As long as you have the mindset, come and join us, and then you learn and learn.
Oh, wow. Wow. Kufre Itina here from the Bloom Project. It's always a pleasure, always great having conversation with you. I always learn something new. I always learn about new opportunities, websites whenever we have conversations. Today we've been talking about the blockchain and the real estate industry, and this has been the Blockchain Podcast. Now, of course, you can always ask your questions right there in the comment section. You can always chat with us, and we'll do what we can to respond to your questions as soon as possible. If there's any question you want to ask right now for the next minute or so, we can respond very, very soon. All right. So I'm just gonna wrap it up by saying, we are aware of this technology. It exists, but in the end, a lot of people still make excuses. Uh, try to find reasons why they should avoid new technology. Um, and of course, Kufre did say earlier on that we've been burnt quite a few times before, but the thing is, we keep coming back because we understand the potential, because we've read up about it, we've done our research, and that's one of the reasons why this podcast exists. In fact, if you can remember, Kufre, it took me a very long time to put this podcast together. You know
Yeah,
how long I was
I
discussing,
remember.
talking about
I
this.
remember.
Mm. And eventually it eventually came to pass. uh and some people even on my WhatsApp groups were asking me, wait, is it you, is it really you talking? Is it you? Because there's still so much doubt out there about this technology and what it means for the future. All right, so we have people like the Bloom Project that are willing to teach and even teach for free, and you have shows like the Blockchain Podcast willing to try and get the right information to you. Thank you once again, Kufre, for talking to us
It was a
today.
pleasure. It was a pleasure. I appreciate.
All right, then. Now, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, this has been blockchain. The whole idea today was to talk about blockchain technology with the real estate industry and dig into the facts, because real estate hasn't escaped the blockchain idea and ideals of disruption either. Previously transacting high value assets like real estate wasn't the norm, but it is becoming the norm. Kufre mentioned the metaverse as well. People are already purchasing real estate in the metaverse because that is another place where advertising is going to be happening. A lot of activity is going to be happening, and you need to get a piece of that pie now, well, at least sooner rather than later. Real estate transactions that were conducted offline before, involving face-to-face engagements, it's changing. Things are changing. Smart contracts on blockchain platforms now allow assets like real estate to be tokenized and traded like cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and it is increasing the value of these properties, I have to say. All right, then, until we come your way next time, there's always an interesting conversation to have. Happy trading.